Deanna, sorry for the
Yes.
technical difficulties. We appreciate you joining us today to give us some updates and information on Pine Canyon. And we recommended that anybody that has any questions to put those in the Q&A down at the bottom. And we'll let you just kind of go over, explain, Pine Canyon, maybe for those that are very new in real estate that aren't familiar with Pine Canyon, a little bit of background as well. Looks like you've got a great presentation for us regardless. And then as we kind of get further through things, if I start seeing a lot of questions in the Q&A box, then I'll just kind of pause when I feel like it's a good time. And then at the end also, we'll take some questions to be addressed as well. So without further ado, Deanna, please go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll go ahead and begin. Thanks so much.
Thanks everyone for being here today. My name is Deana Keck and I am the designated broker here at Pine Canyon. Our brokerage is Symmetry Realty Brokerage. I've been here at Pine Canyon. This is my 16th summer, served in a lot of different capacities. And so Pine Canyon is definitely one of my favorite places. Being from Flagstaff, coming to work every day at Pine Canyon doesn't always feel like I'm in Flagstaff, but it's an extremely special place. It is experiencing the crazy real estate market, just like most places in Arizona and across the country. So we'll get started. So Pine Canyon is managed and developed by a company called Symmetry Companies. They're based out of Scottsdale. They own and manage Pine Canyon as well as Talking Rock Ranch. Talking Rock Ranch is located down in Prescott. And so we consider that our sister property. So I put together this presentation, just a little bit about Pine Canyon. Pine Canyon's a little over 600 acres. We started selling lots here in 2002. We sold our first 3 phases and then started our Creekside Village from 2002 to 2005. Creekside Village is an enclave of 92 homes, semi-custom, that sit in this area, really close to Mountain Vista condos and the clubhouse as well, 92 homes in there. From there, the developer started with townhomes and condominiums, and then brought on a series of additional lots, Deer Creek cabins, and then Coconino Ridge. So it's been a wonderful ride and a wonderful community to watch the progress in. Pine Canyon is mainly a second and third home community. About 90 to 95% of our owners live here just part-time. Though they may visit on the weekends, they spend most of their time between May and October here. We do have a membership here at Pine Canyon. It's not required, it's optional. We have only about 10 to 12 people who live in the community that aren't active members in the club. We have 3 membership levels. The first one being a Summit full golf membership. The initiation fee on that is $100,000 non-refundable and $200,000 refundable. Our monthly dues are based on age, actually. And so it's $1,050 per month for anyone over the age of 45 and $650 per month for anyone under the age of 45. And there is a spend minimum of $1,200 annually. The next membership level is called the Alpine membership. It gives you access to everything here at Pine Canyon, with the exception of golf. You get 3 tee times with the Alpine membership, but it's more of a sports membership. So access to Camp Pine Canyon, where our pools are located, clubhouse dining, tennis, spa, and fitness. So the initiation fees are $75,000 refundable and $45,000 non-refundable. Dues sit at $490 per month. Our social membership is a non-refundable fee, and it's $35,000 non-refundable. It says refundable on here, but it is non-refundable. Monthly dues are $250 per month. And then there's a breakdown there for our HOA. So our HOA, which covers our 24-hour manned entry house, as well as the streets in the park, is $600 per quarter and $200 per month, unless you live in our townhome community or our condominium community. So when we talk about the amenities of Pine Canyon and the lifestyle in which is provided when you live here, it starts really with the center, that heart of the community of that 35,000 square foot clubhouse, and then the golf course as well. That was designed by Jay Morrish. The clubhouse is equipped with a golf shop, private dining, a mixed grill restaurant, a full service spa, a state of the art fitness facility, a 1,700 bottle wine room, and men and women's locker rooms equipped with whirlpool and steam rooms. Additional amenities that we have here are the really truly unique midway grill called Morrish Station. It sits in between holes number 9 and 10 here at Pine Canyon. It was a 1947 caboose that we brought from Tahoe, and we had it retrofitted. Originally, we weren't going to put a full kitchen there. It was just going to serve as our midway on the golf course. But we thought it was such a cool idea that we added the full kitchen. So that Mortar Station is open daily during the season when the golf course is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The next amenity that I'd like to feature is the club cabins. A picture of it sits on the very bottom right-hand corner. Our club cabins are in a members amenity, and it allows for short-term rental for members only in the community and their friends and family. And you can rent those on a nightly basis. Each cabin has 3 keys to it: 2 end suites that are more like a really nice hotel room. That middle suite is going to have a full kitchen and living room, and then 2 bedrooms upstairs. And then we also have a community park here. We call that Trout Creek Park. It's equipped with barbecue grills. It has a stocked fishing lake that's catch and release. And that's located very close to the driving range here at Pine Canyon and really close to Creekside Village as well. Because we are a private member-only club, we do have some club tour guidelines that we ask that agents who are going to be showing property here, we would love for them to also show off the amenities that we have. We just ask that they schedule that tour 24 hours in advance with our sales team. And then from there, one of our sales executives would meet them and their clients to give them a really great tour of our club amenities. So next we'll go into our product offerings. Like most places, our product offerings are pretty slim. Right now, there's only 2 move-in ready homes available in Pine Canyon and just a handful of lots. And then the developer is building some developer products. So the first product that, sorry, lost my, there we go. First product that we'd like to feature is a Coconino Ridge. And Coconino Ridge is 32 semi-custom homes that are located really on the east side of Pine Canyon. Right now, there's only 13 of those lots available that haven't been sold. This picture to the right is a kitchen of one of the homes that we have built, and that's our Sitgreaves model. So how that really works is that, you know, you pick the lot and the floor plan, and then Symmetry Homes, which is a subsidiary of Symmetry Companies, would build that for you. Build times right now are running about 14 to 16 months. Price point in Coconino Ridge is right about $1,750 to start, and it goes up from there. So last summer during COVID, we sold 15 of these Coconino Ridge models between Memorial Day and July 4th. So there's a lot of construction going on up there in Coconino Ridge. We just delivered the first home that went to contract last May, and are set to deliver 14 more of these between now and February. Mountain Vista condominiums are an enclave of condominiums that sit really close to the clubhouse, range in size from about 1,800 square feet to 1,950 square feet. Right now, there's 5 buildings under construction, and of those 5 buildings, there is only 1 pre-sale still available. So everything that's under construction has already been pre-sold, and the developer currently has 5 more buildings to be built and 20 more units that will come to market. Timing on that is probably in the next 2 or 3 months. We really release 2 at a time in order to manage our costs effectively. Additional product offerings here at Pine Canyon are custom estate homes, the custom estate home sites as well, and Deer Creek cabins and Elk Pass townhomes. So of all of those, right now, there are 2 custom residences on the market, a handful of home sites, nothing available right now in Deer Creek or Elk Pass. And that's within our office or in the outside realtor community as well. So limited inventory is something that we've been struggling with a bit. And just to introduce you to our team at the very last, first myself, I did a little introduction. I've been a designated broker here and been selling real estate. This is my 2nd year to be selling real estate here at Pine Canyon, though I have spent 16 years in worn a lot of different hats here at Pine Canyon. I am a Flagstaff native, born and raised here, went to NAU. I've raised my 4 children here. I still have 2 boys at home, 2 girls in college. Flagstaff's my very favorite place in the whole world. So that's probably why I still live here. I always thought I would move away, but I haven't. So this is where my heart belongs. That's for sure. Brett Lee is my business partner and another sales executive here. He joined our team in 2014. The 2 of us work really closely together. And so if you can't get a hold of me, you can definitely get a hold of him. And the 2 of us are always happy to help introduce anyone here to Pine Canyon and help with your clients' needs for sure. And then we have a really great sales and membership coordinator, Katie. She's been with us for 11 years. She started here while she was at NAU. And she keeps Brett and I in line, and also knows pretty much everything backwards and forwards about our membership plan. We do have a cooperative broker registration form that if you do have clients, we ask that you just pre-register them before coming, because there's a lot of times that agents will bring clients in and their clients will come back to our office without them. So we just ask that you pre-register those clients. So therefore we can continue to cooperate with the broker community and make sure that we can have some seamless transactions as we, work together. Then our hours of operation here at the sales office are Monday through Saturday. We're here every day 9 to 5, and on Sundays we're open 11 to 4. And now we're ready for the Q&A.
All right, so far I don't have anything in the Q&A box.
Okay.
So if anybody would like to, since there's nothing in the box, if you want to unmute yourself, feel free to address your question directly to Deana while we have her. Anyone?
Yeah, Deana. Oh, go ahead.
Thanks, Mark. Deana, I was just curious. I was under the impression, and this may be from a long time ago, that you could buy a lot and build in Pine Canyon and just have like the HOA fee, but not have a membership. Is that still hold true? Maybe it was never true. What do you have to do if you're buying a lot and building?
That still holds true. So membership is not required in Pine Canyon. It is an option. So you can own real estate in our community and not hold a membership. So it's completely separate.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Mark, did you want to go ahead and address your question?
Yes, thank you. I am hoping you can share some wisdom or any knowledge you may have on the new 400 acres you've recently acquired. Anything would be wonderful to learn.
Absolutely. So that Flagstaff 405 sits off of Coconino Ridge and goes north from there. Right now we're in, just our very preliminary development agreement stages with the city of Flagstaff. The developer right now, their vision for that area is hopefully to bring some of that acreage into Pine Canyon. If the city will allow it, we'd like to create some additional opportunities similar to Coconino Ridge and maybe some custom home sites. We haven't reached our density, and I don't think that we will. Our density here is at 750, and we probably, in our original development agreement, we could, I believe, even take it up to 1,000. So some of that might be coming to Pine Canyon. And then there's going to be just a mix of commercial. They would like to even maybe bring in a boutique type of hotel over in that area. Townhomes, obviously there'll be an affordable housing component. That's a requirement of the city. And then some semi-custom opportunities as well. We're probably about 3 to 4 years before we're able to bring any of that to market, just knowing the timeline of working on a master plan community with the city of Flagstaff.
That was the most polite way I've ever heard that being put, and I really appreciate that. I think step one is how is that extension to J.W. Powell, how the sewers and waters and lines are all going to go in, and the city's pushing that pretty hard. And I believe, in my opinion, the flag 405, as you refer to it, was kind of a pogo stick for the remainder of this area to get developed. And I'm really, really enjoying watching the progress. Thank you for sharing what you did.
Absolutely.
Okay, we do have a few questions in the box. So I'll start off with Nikki Burridge. Her question is, what is the price point for the Mountain Vista condos?
They start the new builds of Mountain Vista condos. We have one on the market right now. It's an upstairs unit listed at $1,210,000. That's to be built. Construction has started on that building, and that delivery will be probably fall of 2022.
And that's the last one?
That's the last one that we have on the market right now. We still have, after that one goes to contract, we still have 5 more buildings that we'll be able to bring to market. And so I think once we get that contract and we close out a complete building that is set to deliver at the end of September, then we'll be able to bring some more to market.
Great. Okay. Let's see. Barry Van Patten II has a question. He says he may have missed it, but how much of Pine Canyon is left to develop, and or how many lots are left to purchase, both owned by Pine Canyon and individual owners? Do you happen to have a number on that, Deana?
Yeah, so the developer probably still has, I would say, just under 100 lots, but in those lots are included those 20 condos. So I would say units, they have about just under 100 units to be able to sell. They're known as Tract 23, Tract 25, and then also Tract 9. And we'll have 26 home sites that will be in Tract 9, and then some sort of builder product that will be in our Tract 23. Tract 25 is right now slating to be condominiums. And then as far as home sites that are owned by individuals, right now, I believe that there's 5 on the market total available by resale. It's the lowest that we've ever seen it. Typically, we would run about 35 to 40 home sites on the market in a normal non-COVID year.
True. No inventory anywhere.
I know.
Great. Thanks for that. So hopefully that answers your question there, Barry. If there was anything else you wanted to address on that question, feel free to unmute yourself, or we'll go ahead and move on. Let's see. Kelly Kasperzik says, what is the total number of memberships available at Pine Canyon, and where are we with that number?
Kelly, right now, our membership cap is 425, and that 425 number is just for golf memberships. That's per our membership plan. Right now, we sit at about 300, and I would say probably about 350 active golf members. And if you reached out to Katie or Marty, Katie here in our office should be able to give you a better breakdown of exact numbers for our golf membership, summit membership, and social membership. Sorry, summit membership, alpine membership, and social membership. She has that complete breakdown and can share that with you.
Great. Okay, hopefully Kelly, that answers your question. If not, feel free to unmute yourself.
Actually, I do have one other question that kind of falls in line with this. And sorry, Deanna, you probably get this question all the time, but when do you, because we had such a giant year in sales in Pine Canyon and lot sales, when do you feel the developer will give ownership over to the members?
So actually, per our membership documents, the developer can always hold ownership. If you're referring to the club, the developer can always hold ownership of the club. In the event that they don't want to hold ownership anymore, then therefore they are first required to offer it to the members. On the other side, on the HOA side, the turnover on that is going to be when we sell our last piece of developer property. Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
And being the last developer property, maybe again, how many of those are left that would take?
Yeah, so I think I gave a number that's just under 100 right now.
Okay, yeah, I think it was a 420. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then Linda asked where she could get a copy of the design guidelines for a building, a single family home.
You can actually get those off of our website. If you, and Linda, if you actually reach out to me, I'm happy to email that link right over to you, but it is on our website, just kind of buried a little bit. It's under owner resources on our website, and there's a drop down that would take you straight to that.
Maybe we can pull that up. I find that to be a pretty helpful website.
Yeah,
You've got the CCNRs and everything right there. And so instead of everybody calling and hassling you, let's show them exactly where to go to find all that information.
Absolutely. So that drop down screen, if you click on members there, there's this member portal. If you scroll down, you'll actually find all owner resources that sit in this area right here. And so design guidelines and applications are right here. There's also a really great video that was put together by John Sather. John Sather sits as a consultant to our design review committee. And he gives some really great tips on designing a home in Pine Canyon and following those guidelines.
Which are pretty strict compared to a lot of other locations. So I always advise people that if they are going to be building and not wanting to use Symmetry to build, then they should definitely use a builder that's built Pine Canyon before. Otherwise, they can kind of get pretty costly. And what I think it's is it $2,000 every time you've got to ask for requests from the Architectural Review Committee, Deanna?
So the original initiation or the original initial fee is right about $6,000, but from there, if there's additional reviews that have to be made after that, if you can't get it done in the first two, a preliminary and a final, then there are additional fees that come after that. Okay. And yeah.
Okay, great. And they would also be able to find HOA fees for the different condos and townhomes in this site, or is there a different location?
That actually is not on our site, but in a really great PDF that we have that we can email to anyone. And we have a Pine Canyon fact sheet that we put together that we'd be happy to share for anyone that would like that. They just need to give our front desk a call and they'll go ahead and email that over to them.
Okay. And maybe
we don't publish it on our website because it does change, and because it is a fact sheet, there's price points that change and things like that. So it's something that we just keep up to date as a PDF with our receptionist here.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. So it's good to call just to make sure you've got the latest information then.
Absolutely.
How often do you change it? About every year or so, would you say?
Not just the HOA, the HOA fee is looked at probably every October. We start our budgeting for the HOA around there. The HOA fee here at Pine Canyon has on the main association, which is called PC Village, actually has an increase since 2011. So it's been $200 a month billed quarterly since 2011. And then the membership fees definitely are a moving target. I've seen the initiation fee go up 3 times in the last probably 60 days.
Okay, and maybe just go over, remind everybody what those fees are. I had a question the other day regarding what the community enhancement fee was. So maybe some of those things, give us a brief overview.
So part of the CC&Rs here at Pine Canyon, when those were recorded, allows for every resale transaction to collect an enhancement fee, similar probably to a capital improvement fee, maybe collected in other communities. We call it an enhancement fee. It's 0.25% of the gross sales price, not to exceed $10,000 on a home. And it's 0.5% of the gross sales price, not to exceed $5,000 on a home site or a lot.
Great, thank you. And then it varies quite a bit between the different condos and townhomes, so I won't make you
Yes.
run down all
Thank
those.
you.
It'd be a little lengthy for sure. Let's see. So it's going to be a while in regards to the area where the state trust land was purchased, and you had mentioned there will be some affordable units. How many do you project coming out of that project?
That will be in accordance to what the city requires us to put in that. So, I mean, even when Pine Canyon was first developed, there was a tract of land that actually sits right across from the secondary entrance here at Pine Canyon that we gifted back to the city. And that's an affordable housing. So it was required even when we did Pine Canyon. And that development agreement started in 1999, and we started selling lots in 2002. So we purchased the 405 in October. So if we run on a 3 to 4 year track, we're probably looking at 2024 or 2025 before we're able to start our first offerings over there.
Gotcha. Okay, so very, very preliminary then. Okay. All right. I don't have anything else in the Q&A at this time. Is there anything that you wanted to go over, Deanna, since we've got some time? We've got another hour, but it's completely up to what you have for us today and questions. So if any of y'all have more questions, feel free to think of those, put them in the Q&A. You can also raise your hand if you'd like to take yourself off mute and address any questions or concerns that you may have. Otherwise, Deanna, was there anything specifically you wanted to go over? What can you tell us about Pine Canyon market just in general? Where are we at with the median and the average sales price, for instance?
We're seeing average price per square foot really hovering around that $600. We've hit some even over that. Building costs obviously continue to go up as well. So, to use the condos as an example, last year at that time, most of those condos were being offered at under $1 million, and we have units that are going to contract at $1,310,000 right now. So a huge increase in value going on here.
Sorry,
it's okay.
jump away real quick. Great. Well, thanks for going over that. And then, the difference in price per square footage versus new construction and resale.
You know what? We're not seeing a huge difference between the two because people just want to be in Pine Canyon. So we're not seeing a huge amount of difference, though. New usually would carry that 10%, we're seeing it pretty equal right now, just depending on what that resale home may look like.
And as far as a pulse on sellers in the market, we obviously need inventory everywhere, and you're seeing the demand for Pine Canyon, of course, as well. But are you feeling like some sellers are maybe waiting and hesitating for a different time of the market, or they just don't want to sell right now? Or what's your sense as far as where the sellers are right now in Pine Canyon?
I think most people are really enjoying their home and the lifestyle that Pine Canyon provides. I think that was one thing as COVID has pushed most everyone to live differently. It pushed people to, rather than travel, create maybe a second home legacy for their families to all be together. So I think that's why we're continuing to see the decrease in inventory, as families are moving out of California and even the Pacific Northwest. You're seeing them come to Phoenix first and then look for, they realize it gets 120 down there. And so where are they going to find, some relief from that? And that pushes them up towards Flagstaff. So we typically would see an increase in inventory right before our season, which is our golf course opens the end of April. So spring sometimes would trigger something like that, but it's so hard to tell. I tell everyone every day, I wish I had a crystal ball. I talk to owners all the time because we have an influx of people wanting things. And a lot of people are holding tight and they really enjoy the lifestyle that Pine Canyon has offered. So most of the people who have sold in the last, I would say 18, 24 months are really people who are just taking advantage of the market, they were able to make a hefty profit on their home, and they weren't going to stay in Pine Canyon, or they were going to maybe upgrade. But we just have not seen an influx of inventory.
Yeah, doesn't sound like we should expect one either.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't blame them. I think it's a
I
great
know.
community as well. So, okay, well, sounds good. Well, was there anything particularly in regards to maybe some of the floor plans or, what people can kind of expect in building with Symmetry that you wanted to maybe review?
Yeah, I mean, so in Coconino Ridge, which is a product offering of a semi-custom home, there's 4 different floor plans to choose from. I think, as I stated earlier, there's 13 lots remaining in there. And so each one of those lots is very specific to the floor plan that can be built. We try to, capture a lot of the asks and wants and needs of our clientele. So we do have a single level floor plan that we offer. And then we have some really nice walkout basement floor plans that allow for families to all live together and have their grandkids and kids in their home with them. And so 13 still remaining over there. And then when you look at the floor plans over in the condominium project called Mountain Vista, we have a main level living floor plan, and then we have a floor plan that either goes upstairs or then goes downstairs. So all main level, because I think that a lot of people who are looking for that lock and leave product don't want stairs in their home, or they don't want stairs to access their home. So we try to check a couple of boxes, but in order to, each one of our condo buildings have 4 to a unit. So in order to make sure that we're able to do that, we have to have stairs in it, but it really hasn't pushed people away. They haven't been scared of the stairs, and really just that's the entry level product right now into Pine Canyon. Each one of those Mountain Vista floor plans have 3 bedrooms. Some of them have 2 bath and some of them have 3.5 bath. We do have models both in Coconino Ridge and Mountain Vista. So if you're interested in seeing our models, we do have those open. Just have to come here to the sales office, and either Brett or I can accompany you over there and show you those models.
Great. Okay. And then minimum square footage for single family home. This question gets asked quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. So for a single family home in our custom home sites, it's 3,200 square feet. Our Coconino Ridge is considered a single family home. Coconino Ridge starts at 2,660. But if you're building a custom home in Pine Canyon, the minimum square footage that you have to meet is 3,200 square feet.
Great. Okay. And most of those homes are a little bit bigger though in Coconino Ridge, correct? More so than the 2,660, would you say? More than the 3,000?
Yeah, more people are actually, because there's different above garage bonus rooms options and things like that, and most people are taking them. So I would say the average square foot over there in Coconino Ridge is probably closer to the 3,500 to 3,700 range, and goes up to 4,600.
Gotcha. Okay. And what are the typical lot sizes that you have left for the 13?
They're right about 17 to 18,000 square feet.
Okay. All right. So a fifth to about a quarter of an acre, third of an acre, most.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Well, those are some of the questions that I had, or that I feel people addressed or question quite a bit. Anybody else have some questions that they'd like to? You've got Deana live and ready to go. So feel free to unmute and ask some questions here. Anyone? No? Okay. Well, we're about 45 minutes just about in. So thanks a lot for the information, Deana. It was very helpful.
Absolutely.
I was able to take some information back with them and share it with their clients. I've always found working with y'all a great experience as far as community, been very welcoming to the realtor community in general, and fantastic to work with professionally as well. So thanks for everything that y'all do for Flagstaff and working with us in the realtor community. And I don't really have anything else for y'all. Is there anything else, Deana, that you'd like to go over? That you what would help us from your perspective as far as understanding Pine Canyon or working with Pine Canyon?
Yeah, no, we love working with the outside agent community. It's really something that Brett and I pride ourselves on. And I think the biggest helpful point is to really, we have the sales center that sits at the the entrance into the community. Please stop by, please see us, bring your clients by. And we'd love to give them an overview. At the end of the day, it's just finding that right product for your client, whether it's one of ours or someone else's. So please know that we're always here to help every step of the way. If there's any questions that we can help with or help guide anything, we're happy to do so. So know that we're here, and you guys definitely have always been an extension to us here that, we're in the sales office every single day at Pine Canyon. So we appreciate the relationship and working alongside you guys.
Thank you. And Billy says that she seconds that as well, the comment that I made about being such a great joy to work with professionally and very friendly with our realty community. And Billy also says, thanks, Deana and Brad. That's Billy McGraw. So
thank you, Billy. We've loved working with her for sure.
Yeah, we've got some great realtors in this town, that's for sure.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Wonderful. Well, I don't know that we have anything else that's here for us. And so, Deana, thank you again so much for your time. And if there's not anything else, we'll let you kind of go on with the rest of your day.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Melinda.
You bet. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a wonderful rest of the week. And if there's any questions or concerns or topics and industry information you'd like us to bring to you, feel free to reach out to myself or your Northern Arizona Association of Realtors. We're here to help. So thanks for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great rest of the week and take care. Stay safe out there.